Okay, today we're going to do a video for a new product that we're going to launch today, and this has been one that has been people have been waiting for some time, and okay, the model that we're going to launch. Now before we talk about that one, this is actually going to be a what do you call it, aluminium version of my Anakin. Now this is the original Anakin that I've made since 2015. That's about 5 years ago. Okay, that is made in UPVC. Okay, this model is actually inspired by this one. Okay, this one is the Anakin model with textured knurling in the middle, control box, huge grips, okay, and bunny ears, and the knob here with the connecting pins and those kind of things. Okay, this of course is also inspired by this model, okay, which is the Graflex. Now the problem with all these problems is that the grip here is really big. In fact, this one is already smaller. The original one is really, the grip is even slightly taller than this. So when you try to grip around this, it's very difficult to grip this. And of course the control box is here, so it's basically quite impossible to get your hand around it. So I see in most of the movies, people just grab the thinnest part here, which is the top part here. So you hold the saber like this, you know, which I find is a bit weird, because you should by right should be holding it at the grip there, isn't it? So when I designed this model, my Anakin model, I made a conscious effort, number one, to what I think is the problem with the original hilt. I try to fix it with this hilt here, which is number one, I've reduced the diameter here, so this is now much smaller than that one just now. Okay, it's still quite big, but at least it's much smaller than that one. So the grips here, these are the rubber and the plastic one, which protrudes quite a lot from here. Here is flat, okay, it's flat, so it just gives the illusion that there is a grip with a black color stripe, the strip here, but it's actually flat, flush to the surface. And then I've removed the control box, so that it's much easier to hold and to control. So you don't need to hold it here, you can actually hold it here, or if you want to hold it two-handed also can. Okay, and there's still a bunny here. The bunny here is not as protruding as this one here, okay, with the connector pins without the pins, but it's just a black hole there, okay, like what we have here, except that this one has got the pins. So I'm trying to simplify it, okay. And so this is my Anakin model, which I've been selling since 2015. That's 5 years already. And for this model, this is without sound. Okay, this the back of this model is like this. Okay, just a little bit out like here. And this one is without sound. For models with sound, so this is just one what do you call it, the inch in diameter, so it's quite small, can only fit one battery inside here. This one is without sound, and since the diameter is quite small, it's only 25, so even if I put a speaker inside, then the speaker will be really small. So I've decided to, for the models with sound, I've changed it like this to put a bigger speaker outside, because the speaker cannot go in. So this is the speaker, it cannot go in, so it sits on the outside. So I made a cap to cover this and hold the speaker in place. So this is the pommel of our current pommel design of the Anakin. Okay, and so from there, 5 years later on, now I've decided to launch my Anakin model. Let me see which is which first. I'll get mixed up. Okay, I've decided to launch my Anakin model, which is actually based on this model here, but this one is in aluminium, this one is in UPVC. Okay, so this is made of aluminium T6061. Okay, and of course this one has got the pommel design, the same as the this one, because all these will have can accept sound inside this thing. Now the original design, this is the top part is about the same lah. Okay, the bottom part is actually for my model is also about the same. Okay, the length is about the same. Now of course you compare to the original one is much shorter. Why? Because it's much fatter, and much fatter actually they can fit of course they got more space to fit things out, but even then is too bulky. So I've decided to make it slimmer but make it longer so that all the electronics can fit inside. Okay, so now first thing, let's talk about the name first. Now this model is called my Anarchy model. If I'm going to call this my Anarchy model as well, then we're going to get confusing. Why? Because I'm going to sell both of these, because these are basically different price points. So for people who wants to go really budget, they can go for this Anarchy, which is UPVC, and for those people who want to have a little bit more higher tier, they want to have a metal kind of Anarchy model, so they go for this one. But if I call this one Anarchy, this one aluminium Anarchy or premium Anarchy, then when people talk about Anarchy, then they get confused. Which one is Anarchy you're talking about? So I'm going to call this a totally different name so that there is no confusion when we talk about this model. So this model, I'm going to call it by the initial of TCO. So this is my TCO model. What does TCO stand for? Now the first thing that comes to mind, of course, this must be the chosen one. The chosen one refers to Anakin. And I want to keep it as the initial TCO instead of calling it the chosen one. So basically you can call it anything you want as long as it fits the TCO lah. It can be the chosen one. It can also be the cruel one, where Anakin slaughtered all the younglings in the temple. You can also call it the cruel one, or you can call it the truly crazy one, like what he did. Or now that we are in the pandemic, the corona pandemic, you can always call it the corona ordeal. So that is also TCO. So what TCO is actually up to you lah. It's up to your own interpretation what you want it to be. For me, the initial is TCO. So this is our TCO model. Okay. So now you know where the inspiration of the hilt comes from. Let's look at the hilt a bit more closely. Okay, so this is aluminium 6061. Okay, it has got the my signature Anakin, the bunny ears. Okay, this is the bunny ears, and the bunny ears got one hole on one side, so that this is the side that we use to hang our. You can use it like a D-ring to hang the hilt from the belt using a carabiner instead of using a cover tech wheel. Okay, so there is no D-ring at the bottom, although there are some 6 holes here. If you want to, you can put it there as well. However, we have, based on the inspiration of our original, there is a hole here. Okay, so the middle part here is knurled. Okay, there's some knurling there, hope you can see. And then it has got 2 switch holes, one for the switch, one for the recharge port. Okay, of course, for some models you see that there are 2 switch holes here, especially models that require 2 switches. And then this recharge port, I will move it to the inside of the chassis there. Okay, now this part here is removable. Okay, I'll just show you. Okay, so this part here is removable. It's a bit tight now. So this is what we call the blade holder, or sometimes when you buy a Hasbro hilt or a Matza replica hilt, and then the blade cannot fit inside. So basically they say they need a conversion kit. What's a conversion kit? Basically it's this. This is the blade holder. Okay, this one can be opened up. Okay, you can put it inside, align it. Align it. So this part here has been flattened flattened, and there is a space just nice to put in this bunny ear here, so that when you screw it down, it doesn't move. There's only one screw to hold the bunny ear in place. Normally one screw is not enough, but because this part here, this round part here, is already recessed and made flat, so there's a place for the bunny ear to sit, and then it cannot move. Once you tighten there, it cannot move anymore. Okay, so it's very secure. And then the second hole here is for the thumb screw. Okay, for this part here, of course the original one here is black, and this part here, there's a small lip here which is black. Okay, and the other one is also black here. Now if you want to, it doesn't come in black lah, but since that part is removable, if you want to, you can actually remove it, take it out, use a marker or whatever, and then just paint it black like what I did here, and then put the lip there is also in black. Okay, so if you want, you can do that. If you really want to, you can even put 2 dots of gold there to imitate the pins here. Last time I used to do it when I first came out and did the Anakin. I used to put 2 dots of gold. Then a lot of people who are not Star Wars savvy, they are very puzzled. Why is this 2 gold dots there? So after that, I didn't put the dots anymore. Okay, so back to here. So that's the front part. Behind part, this is the pommel, which is inspired by our Anakin model earlier on just now. Now some people tell me, why don't you do this like that one? Why don't you do this like this? Why don't you do this like another model so it look more like the other model and those kind of things? So actually, I'm not trying to what do you call it, copy this model 100%. No, in fact, I don't want to copy it. That's why I came out with my own design. I want to make it more ergonomic, so it's easier to hold, and don't have the don't have the control button there, the control box there with the bulky one, so that it's easier to hold, slim and easy. And this is basically my design instead of a copy of the original Graflex design. Okay, so this is long and slim. Now for the back part here, there are 2 ways to remove to get to the back. One is in the middle. Okay, this one. Because got electronics inside. Wait. This one is Stunt with no sound. So there's a different chassis. There are in total 2 different chassis for this system. One is for Stunt and the other one is for with sound. So for the Stunt one, okay, there is a handle here for you to pull out. You just pull out, and then inside here we will have the tray for you to put the battery. So this battery is AAA. So all you have to do is just take it out, change the battery, then put it back in. There's also a hole at the back. If you want to push it out from there, you can as well. Okay, so this is actually a very it's like a work of art kind of chassis but basically just to hold the battery so it doesn't move around inside the hilt. Push it back, slot it in, and then you see that it comes out a little bit. Why? Because this will meet at the end of the pommel here, so that by the time you screw in the pommel, is held securely between this part here and the pommel. The pommel push it in so that it doesn't move at all as well. Okay, so this one is only with light, no sound. Stunt. This is our cheapest model. Later I'll go through the pricing, but basically you'll be very surprised because the pricing is very attractive. Okay, from the Stunt model, the next level up will be a sound model. Now the sound model, we have got premium sound with single color and premium sound with multicolor. So basically there is no basic sound anymore. Basic sound will be only for the UPVC model. Okay, so the UPVC model only will have the basic sound. For the aluminium one, you either have no sound or you go premium sound. So premium sound, you can have single. Let me put on the blade. Do I have a shorter blade? I use a long bit. So use the, when you put in the blade, use the thumb screw to tighten it. I forgot to mention just now that Stunt model, it uses 3 pieces of AAA battery. So once the battery has run out, the light is dim already, it throw the battery away. It's disposable battery and put new batteries. So those batteries are very cheap. IKEA battery, one box is about 5 ringgit plus, and it's about less than $2. Okay, inside got 10, you can use 1 year so it won't finish. Okay, so that one is not rechargeable, it's disposable. And then for model with sound, of course we have this with a recharge port and a rechargeable battery. Now for here, the Stunt model, you will see also there is a recharge port, whereas we only use this button for the light. So this recharge port has got no function at all. It's there just to cover the hole, to make it so that there is no hole there. So it's just basically a dummy recharge port. It doesn't do anything. However, should you decide to upgrade next time to a premium sound, at least here you already have got a recharge port, so immediately you don't need to drill holes and whatever, and then the recharge port is already there and can be used. Okay, so for the Stunt model, one button, and then this one is a dummy recharge port. It doesn't do anything. Now for the premium model, this is the one button to control the soundboard. This one is a real recharge port which you can do to charge the battery inside. Okay, let me show you the inside. So to get to the access to the inside, what you do is you twist in the middle, not at the end. Only for the Stunt you use the end. Here you use the middle. So when you pull out, so we have the chassis here. The chassis is fixed to the hilt here. Okay, so this is the board with the wiring. This is the battery, the speaker. Okay, the recharge port is here. This is where you charge the battery. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in. So when you put this back in, the length here exactly is right up to the length of the pommel, right exactly there. So this thing here is secure. It cannot move at all, front or back, because it's sandwiched by the whole body here. Okay. Okay, so this is our premium model. To get the thing started, now it's in what we call deep sleep mode. It's sleeping. So to get it started, you press this for about 5 seconds. Then it will give you a sound to tell you that it's woke up already from deep sleep. And then this light here is lighted up. Okay, to tell you now it is in standby mode. To get it started, press 1 time. So this is flash on flash. Then you also got blaster blocks. Also got blade lockup. Hold 1 time, flash 1 time. Okay, so that's blaster block. So there is a swing activated motion. So when you swing it, it will follow your movement to give a sound. And then when you hit, it will give you the clash sound. Plus a flash, we call it the flash on clash. Okay, let me just off this. So here we have 6 sound fonts altogether. Some sound font has got the flickering blade. Some sound font has got the solid blade, like just now is a solid blade. Okay, so to change sound font while it's off, hold this down until it gives you the new sound font. Very loud, so that's the next sound font. Okay, so this is the second font just now. This one has got a more flickering kind of a blade. Okay. So it's got all the same thing. So altogether there are 6 sound fonts. Some of them have flickering kind of a blade effect. Some of them have solid blade kind of effect. Okay, so depending on what is your preference, you can choose to have it in flickering, mild flickering, or you can have it in solid. So there are 6 different fonts that you can choose. And if you find that if the sound is too loud, there is also 2 levels of sound plus mute mode as well. Okay, so to get into that, hold this until it flash for 1 time. 1.
Softer sound.
Then it says softer sound now. Softer sound, which means now the sound is softer. Not as loud as just now. Okay, off. Hold until it turns off. Okay, then another one. Hold for 1 flash again.
No sound.
It says no sound. So this is mute mode. So when you press it, no sound. Okay, you still have the flash and all those kind of things. However, it's got no sound. This is in case if you want to practice in at night, you don't want to disturb people and those kind of things. So you just want to have just the light. Okay, off. Okay, and then one more time to the next sound level.
Loud sound.
So this is loud sound. So basically there are 3 levels of sound. Loud sound, soft sound, and no sound. Okay, let me just change the third. This is the 3rd sound font. So this one also has got some kind of a flicker there. This is the blade lockup. Okay, let me change to the next one. So far we've gone to 3 already. Okay, this one also got a very strong flicker as well. Okay, that's the 4th one. Now go to the 5th one. Also a flicker. Very bassy, yeah. Okay, next one.
I am a Jedi.
So this is the 6th one.
Father before me.
This is Luke. So this is a solid blade. There is no flickering or whatsoever. Flash on flash. Blaster block. Blade lockup. Okay, so that is our premium sound with single color. Okay, then the next tier up from there, we also have what we call the premium sound but with multiple colors. Okay, so it's a different model altogether, different LED and right, but basically the rest of the thing is the same. So the sound font is the same. Okay, the blaster blocks, the flash on clash, the blade lockups, everything is the same, except that this card has the ability to have many different colors. So I'm going to show you now the premium sound with multi-color. Okay, so let's move on to the. Okay, this is another sound font. Now this is also a solid blade. So same thing, got the flash on clash, blaster block, blade lockup. Okay, now besides this, we also have the ability to change color. So for this, I hold down this for 2 seconds. 1, 2, then let go. Then after that, I'm going to press this until it changes color. So you look at the reflection of the. So now it's purple, pink, red, orange, yellow, green. So you basically just continue to change color until it comes to one that you like. Okay. Let's go to a different color altogether. Okay, let's say this one, purple, light purple. So if you like this, you press one time to confirm. So now it is purple in color. So it covers the entire spectrum of the rainbow, you know. So from what you can perceive, a lot of people say what it is 7 colors for the rainbow, but actually there's a lot more shades in between the 7 colors. So it's actually a very gradual kind of a change from one color to another. Okay, so that is the premium sound with, we call it the premium sound RGB. RGB stands for red, green, blue. It consists of the 3 different color dyes there. The 3 color dyes, the 3 color LED will actually combine together and go into different various combinations to give you, if you go mathematical term, it's 16.5 million colors. But basically, we call it covers the entire spectrum of the rainbow. Okay, so that is the premium sound with RGB. Now, the next level up from there is actually what we call the Profi boards. Now, this one has got a much better sound quality as well as motion as compared to the premium sound just now. Premium sound is actually still considered quite a intermediate level kind of a soundboard lah. Okay, if you want to go to the high level soundboard, this is the Profi board. Now the Profi board, I have installed it in, there are 2 different variations. One comes with the normal LED, we call it the TriCree, which is the TriCree LED XPE2. That's the model of the LED. There are 3 of them, red, green and blue, which will give you the full spectrum color as well. There's one version, we call it the Profi with TriCree. And then the second version is Profi with Neopixel blades. So that's a different model altogether. So I'm going to show you now is the Profi with TriCree. So the TriCree is a normal LED. Okay, it's not there is nothing in the blade here. The blade is empty. So there's actually 3 LED inside the. You can see that inside the emitter there. There are 3 LED inside there. So we still use a normal blade, a blade that is empty inside. It's got no LED inside the blade. Okay, the LED is inside the hilt. Okay, so for this we need to pull the kill key. So same thing, the inside here. Now this model, you see there is 2 switches here. One is the power switch, one is the auxiliary switch. There is no recharge port outside. Why? Because it's taken up by the 2 power and auxiliary switch. So the recharge port is actually inside. Same thing here, same kind of chassis. We open in the middle, pull out. Okay, the recharge port is here. The recharge port has an arrow to tell you where it's supposed to cut off the power. Okay, so when you pull out the recharge port, then you hear the sound to tell you now is actually the power has already been supplied back to the board. So it gives you the power, the sound to let you know that it's now waken up. With the kill key inside, it cuts off the power entirely, so there's no power to the board. Okay, so when you put in to cut off the power, make sure you put in according to the arrow. The arrow must point to the mark there, then it will cut off. Okay, let me just simply put it first, not facing the arrow. So now I'm going to put this in. Okay, to get it started, press one time on the power switch at the top. So that's the beauty of the Profi. It can support smooth swing, and the smooth swing basically follows your motion Exactly. So if you swing it slow, it will be slow. If you swing it fast, it will be fast. Plus, it's even got the what you call accent swing sound. So you go. So if you go slow, it just goes slow. Okay. Of course, we also have the blaster blocks and blade lockup. Let me move to another font now, because these are all earlier fonts, which are not so exciting. Let me just off this first. This is one of those default fonts that come with the Profi board.
Smooth Jedi.
All the smooth Jedi, smooth grey, smooth. Those are the older fonts, which is less exciting. I've actually installed about 20 over presets inside here, so we got some very nice fonts to go with it.
Smooth fuzz. Welcome, young Skywalker.
Okay, so for instance, this is one of it. This is a Daddy issue. This is actually a CFX font.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay, this is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Of course, you can also adjust volume here as well. To adjust volume, hold down the auxiliary key. When it's off, when it's on, when you hold down the auxiliary key, it becomes a blade lockup. If you were to point it down, it will give you, supposed to give you a blade tip, but then it is not what do you call it? It is not a Neopixel, so you can't really see only this part. Okay, so this is the blade lockup for the TriCree. Okay, to change volume, let me off this thing here. To change volume, hold down the auxiliary while it's off. 1, 2. Then it give you a sound to tell you now you're in the volume control menu. If you tap the auxiliary button, it will go down by 10%. If you tap the power button, it will go up by 10% until you get to another sound. That means it's actually it's reached the maximum sound already that has been set for the soundboard. Okay, to add out of volume menu, hold one more time, 2 seconds, then you hear a sound. Okay, so let's change to this is a young Obi-Wan. Just now was an older Obi-Wan. So this one has got a flickering light, lighter blue. Okay, so the difference between this and the Neopixel is that this one, because there is no LED inside, so the animation is less than what you have in the Neopixel. However, the sound is the same. But of course, without the Neopixel blade, it's a normal blade. The cost of this saber, the Profi with the TriCree, without the Neopixel, is much cheaper than the Neopixel blade, because the Neopixel blade is very costly. Okay. So there's the blade lockup and then blaster blocks. Force sound. So this is a force sound. So the force sound has got the codes from Obi-Wan. So different fonts have got different force sound. Hold to turn off. I'm going to give you another font there. I'm going to move on to the Neopixel. So this one is the balance. Now you can also get the voltage readout. While it's off, you hold down the auxiliary button, hold down until it announces the voltage.
3.98 volts.
So it tells you now got 3.98 volts inside the battery. So it's quite full. Okay, and okay, let's get this started with the balance. Okay, this is light blue with a slight flicker. Let's hear the force sound for this. Double tap. So the force sound is different. Double tap on the power button to get the force sound. Okay, the other thing it can do is that it can play music tracks. So in order to get it started, press the power button for about 2 seconds, then it will play the music track. 1, 2. This race theme. Okay. Then you can start the so you will have the effect sound on top of the music. So the music is still playing. Off this by holding it for 2 seconds. 1, 2. Then it's off. Okay. So that is the Profi board with TriCree LED, very bright LED. However, it doesn't have the animation of the Neopixel. It's still got a bit of, it can have flickering, color changing depending on the preset that has been set. Okay. However, the cost is much cheaper than the one with the Neopixel. But of course, this is still one level higher than the premium sound just now. Okay, so the next one, the last one, the highest of the tier, is actually the Profi with the Neopixel blade. Now the Neopixel blade is not like the normal blade. Is, you see there's a PCB board here. It's actually a connector to the pogo pins inside here. Okay, there are pogo pins inside here, and the LEDs are actually not inside the hilt itself, but it's actually all along the blade here. So they are actually let me see, they're actually 236 LEDs inside here, if I'm not mistaken. 236 altogether. Okay, so I need to put this in, make sure that the blade compressed against the pogo pins. Then you tighten this. So you must, oh, I also need to remove the kill key. So same thing, the power button, auxiliary button, no recharge port. The recharge port is inside. Okay, so this one, just turn it to get it started, but to reset the recharge port, you need to pull out the kill key and then follow the arrow and push it back again. Okay, so this is a Profi board. The micro USB port is here, down there is the SD card. Battery is behind. Okay, same thing, put it in. Okay, so what's the difference? The difference is because the blade is inside, the LED is inside, it can do a lot of animation. Okay, so it will have certain parts lighted up as the blaster block. So if you do blade lockup, only this part, you see, is lighted up. If I were to tilt it down and do blade lockup, only the front part is lighted up. So that is what we call the tick, the drag effect. So when you drag the blade on the ground, only that front part lighted up, as if like here, the part where the blade meets the ground, that is where it's sparking out. Okay. Okay, let me just close this first. Let me go to a more exciting one. Okay, this is another one. This one you can see the fire blade. Can you see inside the picture there? It's fire blade. So of course it's more exciting because of all the LEDs that is inside. It can give you a lot of animation. So beside the sound, the smooth swing sound, it will also have the blade animations. The fire blade. This is the fire blade. There are many types of animations. Blade lockup, and then the tick drag. This is the tick drag. Force sound.
Overkill. Kill Profi.
Okay. And of course, it also has color changing ability. So I'm going to show you how to change the color. So you hold down the button, the power button, then hold the auxiliary button one time. So it gives you the sound to tell you now in color changing mode. In order to get the color changing going, you swing. So now it's orange, yellow, green. So it's blue, light blue, dark blue, medium blue, dark blue, light purple, pink color, and then red. So altogether there are 12 colors in what we call the full spectrum color. So you have every different style, you have 12 colors to choose from. And normally they start with red. So for that particular font, if you like it not to be red, go into the color menu, color changing menu, change to the color that you want. Then once you change the color that you want, just hold the power and press the auxiliary one time.
Kylo Ren.
I press it too long. One time. One more time. One time. Okay. Change color already. Press one time. I didn't press properly. Okay. Now it's already out of the color changing mode. Very bright, huh? It's got all the other things as well, like the volume adjustment I told you just now. Same one with the Profi board just now. It's also got the voltage announcement to tell you how much voltage is left in the battery. Let me just press this one.
4.03 volts.
Okay. So that is telling you now it's got 4.03 volts. So to move forward to the next, we press the auxiliary button one time. So it moves forward to the next font. Now if I want to go back to the previous one, I hold down the power button.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Move forward. Savage. Okay, so move forward, auxiliary. To move back is power button.
The Dark Order.
Luke Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker.
I need a weapon.
This is hello. Very bassy sound, very full depth kind of sound. And of course with the smooth swinger. Now, every preset, which means preset got three things: the blade animation, the sound font, and the backing track. So the backing track differs for each of the sound font. So if you go to Kylo Ren will come with its own backing track. If you go to Rey got its own backing track, which is Rey theme. If you go to Obi-Wan got its own backing track. So inside here, at least I think there's about 18 presets. So for different characters and everything. Okay, let me just run through some of them for you to hear.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Okay, this is Obi-Wan.
I will do what I must.
This is a younger Obi-Wan.
The balance.
This is Rey. This is the balance. This is Unlight, I think.
He's been working on that thing for weeks.
This is Ezra's form.
Lightsaber. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
This is the older Obi-Wan.
Welcome, young Skywalker.
This is Luke's daddy issue font. This is the Emperor's font. Sidious.
That lightsaber was Luke's.
This is another of the Graflex font.
I need a weapon.
This is Hello, the Xbox game.
Something inside me.
This is Half-Flex. This is another of the Graflex font.
I'm awake.
Greed can be a powerful ally.
This is Qui-Gon Jinn. Okay, it's got a very cool blade effect as well. This is called the Cycle Blade or the Tron Blade.
Always remember, your focus determines your reality.
This is the Force sound, which is quotation from Qui-Gon Jinn.
Keep your concentration here and now where it belongs.
But Master Yoda said I should be mindful of the
I
future.
can only protect not at the expense of the perfect war. Be mindful of the living force, young Padawan.
Okay, so those are the what we call the Force sound. And then there's another cool thing, which is the, let me switch all this out first. which is what we call the force sliding. Force sliding is when you press and you press the power button and you hit the white force lightning, it will move up and down the blade. Let me just go through.
Lord Vader.
Okay. Okay, so I hold down the power button and hit the blade. So can you see the force lightning going up and down the blade? It's moving actually. Can you see? Okay, so that's force lightning. This type of animation we cannot do with the TriCree because the blade has got no LED inside. So the good thing about the TriCree is only you have the smooth swing, but the blade effects is only got solid blade and also got flickering blades. Okay, not unlike the Neopixel has got more animations. Okay, so now let's talk about pricing. Okay, normally we should not talk about pricing. Why? Because prices by right should change over time, isn't it? So by right should tell you just go and check the website. But however, the thing is, for the last 5 years, since 2015, I've not increased my prices for a very long time. So whether it was 5 years ago or you buy now, it's the same price. So I think I'll share with you the pricing for this new one. Okay, let's compare to the UPVC model as well as to my other. I've got another aluminium model which I sell, which is this. This is my AC51 model. That's the other aluminium model that I have based on the MHS model. Okay, so the second one is this one, the TCO. Okay, so this one, the one Stunt, no sound whatsoever. We are pricing this at 399 ringgit Malaysia. Okay, and of course if you compare that to the PVC model, it's 270 ringgit. So basically we're only talking about 120 ringgit difference from a PVC model to a aluminium premium model here. So actually I think this is very good price. And of course last time with the AC51 we do not even have a Stunt model. Of course we have one that comes with basic sound, that's 495. So if you're talking about 399 and 495, there's a difference of 100 ringgit. So if you want to get into an aluminium, the starting price is only 399, whereas last time it was used to be 495. That's 100 ringgit cheaper entry point. Okay, so the next tier up from there, so in US is how much? US for no sound is 108. Okay, so of course compared to just now, last time the one, the PVC one is 69. So 69, 108, there's a difference of $40 US. So for $40 US you can get a aluminium hilt instead of a PVC hilt. So the next one is a premium sound with a single color, only one color. You can choose red, green or blue. Okay, people ask me about white, but normally I would say no because white is not very bright. Okay, so premium sound in ringgit, this is 699. Premium sound, 6 fonts, 699 in ringgit. In US dollars is 195 US dollars. Okay, and compared to if we use the PVC model last time, the premium sound model in the PVC is actually 620 ringgit. So the difference is only about 70 ringgit, you know. So for 70 ringgit, I think it doesn't make sense for you not to go for the aluminium version because the difference is simply too small. Okay. Okay, so US dollars is 195, and in fact this one is 699. The previous one is 620 with the aluminium. With the PVC border 620 is the difference 70 ringgit. However, if you go for the AC51 last time with the premium sound single color, that is going for 799. So 799, and this one same soundboard is 699. In fact, this is actually a better soundboard because it's got 6 sound fonts. That last time that one got 3 sound fonts only. This one is 100 ringgit cheaper than the AC51 with a better soundboard. So during this coronavirus pandemic, what I noticed is that when we go out and buy things, last time the prices, and compared to during the pandemic, somehow the seller all raise the price. But they say when the price of fuel go up, they have to raise the price of the goods. Why? Because they say transportation have gone up because of fuel has gone up. Now fuel has gone down really low, but they still increase the prices before and during the coronavirus. But for me, I have a totally different thinking. I'm thinking now that people are getting not so good, in not such a good situation. I will reduce the price so that to make it more affordable. So in fact, I've reduced the price by 100 ringgit between this new model and the previous AC51. So this AC51, we have only a few hilts of those left, which is silver, all gone already. We have some of those anodized colored hilts. Other than that, no more. However, if you get this is 100 ringgit cheaper for the same board. Okay, if we go up to the next level, which is premium board with RGB. So premium board with RGB, which means premium board multi-color. You can change to different colors. So this one is retailing for 900 ringgit. And so there's a difference of 200 ringgit between single color and multi-color. So this is the same price as the AC51 before. Okay, and in US dollars, this is $249. Okay, so in fact, actually all the prices are, as compared to the AC51, there has been a reduction across the board, whether it's in ringgit or if you buy from SC in US dollars, there has been a reduction in prices across the board. Next one is the Profi with TriCree. Profi board with TriCree. This one was not offered as an option previously. Previously, we don't really sell the Profi with a TriCree, but now this being offered. This one is 1,320 ringgit. Okay, you can still compare this with a lot of the saber out there. Is still much cheaper. In US dollars, it's 363. Okay, this is much cheaper than the Profi one. Why? Because you do not have to get the blade. Any blade will do. You don't have to get the Neopixel blade. Okay. Okay, so the next one, the highest level, which is the Profi board plus the Neopixel blade. So basically there is a inclusion of the cost of the blade as compared to the TriCree. So this one is 1791. Okay, and in US dollars is 477. Okay, and compared to previously, which is this one with the Profi board, so basically there's a reduction of about 200 ringgit. So this one and this one with Profi, and this one is Profi and Neopixel. This one Profi and Neopixel. There is a difference of 200 ringgit cheaper for the new model as compared to the AC51. And another thing I want to say about the AC51 is that this hilt is entirely made in Malaysia. This hilt is machined in the state of Selangor. I go and send it to a machinist, which is about 30 over kilometers away from my house, and the person who worked in that shop is a Malaysian. The workers also Malaysian. So this is an entirely Malaysian made the hilt. Okay, so the first time the guy doing this, so number one, I think it's not bad lah. But if you ask me whether it's perfect or not, it's not really far from perfect lah. Of course, it cannot beat all the Chinese CNC 5-axis CNC machine and those kind of things. See? Now maybe a lot of things you don't know. I think about 90%, at least 90% of the hilts sold in the saber world is made in China, because they are the most advanced. They have the 5-axis CNC machine and everything. Okay, but for this coronavirus, a lot of the economy are very badly affected. So I want to support our local industry and give this business to a local Malaysian. So this hilt is 100% made in Malaysia. Okay, there will be some swirling marks along the silver part here. I'm not sure whether you can even catch it in the light. Okay, very slight in it lah. okay, and then the knurling, the knurling also I think is very nicely done. Okay, there is some texture to it. When you hold it, you can feel the grip. Okay, the grips here is actually very low only. I don't know whether you can see the grips between the depth and the grip. I think the difference is only about 1 to 2 millimeter. So this is actually a very low grip, but it protrudes out. And this part here is not made of rubber. This part here is aluminium, but it is anodized in black. So this thing, number one, it will not get sticky. You know, like the old Hasbro Hilts are all, after some time you use it get sticky, you know. But this one is aluminium, and this is anodized. Anodized means it will protect this surface, and the color, the coating there is very hard, so it will not tarnish, it will not lose its color and everything. Yet at the same time, it is very low, very easy to hold. You can see I almost wrap even my thumb overlaps. Just now that one cannot even do it. Plus it's very low, very comfortable to hold. No protruding control box or clamp and everything. Okay, and then this is it also comes with the hole in the bunny ears. So what do we use this for? This is where you get a carabiner, okay, like this carabiner, then you hook it around there, and then you hang it from your pants. Some of those people have those D-ring specially to hang, so you don't use a cover tag wheel, you don't use a cover tag the holder, you actually use a D-ring to hang this to your pants. Okay, so when you don't want, you just stick out. Okay, so this is our TCO model. Some of the hilts that I'm showing you have already been sold. Why? Because when these people ordered, yesterday from me, I know I'm going to launch this today. So yesterday somebody ordered Anakin model with a premium sound card. I don't want him to suddenly just order yesterday, today he got a surprise to have a better, much better hilt at just a slightly small difference in price. So I offered whether he wanted to upgrade the model from the UPVC to the, and of course definitely he wants it. So some of the models have already been sold. Okay, so this one will be going on for sale. I'm going to do up the SC page later today, and hopefully we can start it rolling. Okay, thank you. Any questions, please put it down in the comments. Thank you.